Greetings. Pisces, I hear they're upset that the Earth Angel cleared their energy. Is that true? Is that true? It's just what it is. My question is, how'd they do it? I know Pisces has to move in silence and not give away any of their secrets and all that stuff. And it's sad that you have to be like that, but it's kind of like Dr. Peeper with all the psychic attacks. I figured it'd be funny. Dr. Peeper was a drink company, and there's like 23 flavors to that stuff. They have like 23 different abilities. They keep it top secret. They do. They keep it top secret. It's just what it is. Anyway. I hear the Alpha Draconians are pretty upset, and there's plenty of information about those guys out there. It's just what it is. I hear some UFOs were taking hellfire, talking about it at the White House. You can't believe anything, and we don't trust politicians anymore. We just don't. I hear Charlie Kirk didn't make it. And that's sad. You know how the media they'll flood you with a big topic. But it does make you wonder, why do they not like the tarot community? Because you've had many, many readers talking about the magic backfire and how it was causing natural disasters and God was involved. Looks to me like the media would want to jump right on God being involved, but then that means they have to tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. And when I hear that they have been doing this energy harvesting off of the sun since birth, and it's past life energies, and that's the secret they don't want you to know is anything about reincarnation, because then that puts them at the helm of being full of shit your entire life, and that's fine. That's fine. That's why Dolores Cannon's in 117 countries, and they're not. They're just not. They're not allowed in those countries because I don't know. I mean, if you have 20 books translated into multiple different languages, chances are you have something to say, something worth utilizing, not wasting, but utilizing your time to translate into multiple different languages. Chances are people that speak other languages, they want something to say. After making the last video about the difficulties we have talking to people overseas about our finances and hell, even health. I have had to deal with health issues with individuals where there was a language barrier, and they're making choices on your health, be it mental, emotional, physical, and there's a language. It's just what it is. It's just, but they know what you're saying. They know you can't understand anything they say, but they know what you're saying, and you ask them questions that they don't have the answer to. And now if you're asking a question and you already know the answer, but you ask the question and they don't know the answer to that, what does that tell you about blocks, barriers, borders that should be respected? It's just what it is. It's just what it is. She said, Pisces, you're a beautiful mind fuck. They're shocked and can't believe that, and it's what it is. I mean, when you have readers talking about anytime evil goes up against an earth angel, war angels and their destruction are soon to follow, and then I'm just kind of sitting back observing. Got that owl unicorn spirit going on, just sitting back observing, and then I spot the natural disasters. You've got readers talking about karmic witches doing spell work or whatnot and projecting that at the earth angel that's protected, and then it just goes back out into the universe. Yeah, that is a question that I have, is with all of these insurance, and that was the thing, it was greed, because they saw an opportunity. Oh, we're going to scapegoat one of God's chosen, but then they realize, oh God, we touched an anointed one. Oh no, God won't be mocked. They're home alone. Oh no, what have we done? And that's the question, what have they done? Let's do some stranger things for 9/11, shall we? That's what it is. That's what it is. Did you guys know that Osama bin Laden was an INFJ? Did you know that? Did you? Yeah, they say that Hitler and Jesus were basically INFJ. And I think, well, when I hear that, INFJ Hitler tried to win WW2 with angels, but it didn't work out, and then I think about them harvesting soul energy off of chosen ones with abilities. And then America did Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which brought in Dolores Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers. Yeah, it looks like the math is starting to math. It looks like the math is just starting to math. Anyway, let's do some stranger things, shall we? God got us all that is, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. That's to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. And now, see, that's the thing. A lot of the stuff that I talk about, most people don't take the word and go and look at all the other people that are talking about it. And that just means those are your people. The half-wits that are unaware with their eyes perfectly blind, those aren't your people. No. The people that when you're talking to them, it's like talking to yourself. If you're nervous, weak in the knees, butterflies in your stomach, that's not your people. That's not your people. It's just not. If they're being petty, if they're locked into fear. And that's just what it is. Knowing that they use fear control tactics. Stop that. Gotta stop that. Hang on. It's just what it is. We don't want things to get out of control, because that's what they do. They let things get out of control. And me, I like to keep things under control. It's just what it is. Anyway, yeah, these people are basically having to, I guess, eat their words? Was that the term that she used? They're having to eat their words. And that's what it is. I mean, come on, we've not necessarily done a lot of research. We just have experience. We have a lot of experience with some of these topics. And it gives people a new outlook on reality. Simply, especially when there's a hashtag. When there's a hashtag of a word and you can click on it and then go to it. The problem is that you've got destiny swappers that are easily spotted. People fueled by greed because their souls have now been divinely captured. Because they say that God used the earth angel as bait. Okay, great. Well, I want to take God's bait. I want to take the divine's bait. Where is that earth angel that God used as bait? Because we know it's a glowing goldfish. We know it's a glowing goldfish, and that's going to be the hard thing for people to understand, is when you achieve a certain degree of bliss, it's just what it is. You have to get over yourself. We will laugh at things that you just probably shouldn't laugh at, and the thing is it's in the past. Thank you, Spirit. We want to be in the present moment. We want to leave the past in the past. When I'm driving a vehicle, I don't worry about what's going on behind me. That's what it is. You glance in if you're driving forward, constantly looking in the rearview mirror, you're going to crash. Yeah, you're just going to crash out. And that's what most people do. They live their entire lives in the rearview mirror. Thank you, Spirit. And that's fine. That's just fine. The faster they crash, the quicker we can get to work. It's just when they cause a traffic jam, when they cause a block in the freeway. Thank you, Spirit. And it is, everybody's under judgment, so it really doesn't matter anymore. I can't do anything about that. And when I hear these readers say whole communities are under judgment for trying to sacrifice earth angels and then failing, what does that mean? Thank you, Spirit. Over cash at that. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. It makes you wonder how much cash are these people losing while we just kind of enjoy ourselves and soaking up the sun. Soaking up the sunshine. Simple enough. Simple enough. Because, I mean, that's when I hear you say that God is balancing out every aspect of the Earth Angel's life from the beginning of when free will was bent. And if they've been harvesting energy since the beginning, thank you, Spirit. Well, that's like 46 years of timelines collapsing. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. When they talk about they will have to admit that the Earth Angel has tapped into their Empress energy, which is sunlight. It represents growth, cleansing, left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. And the fact that demons don't like your glow up, because the glow up, the light from your glow up, it triggers their demons. It does. It triggers their demons. And only demons rebel against the divine. That's why they're called demons, because they rebel against the divine plan, and then go, oh God, why are all these bad things happening to me? Well, because you're racking up karma, but you don't care because you're a demon, and you're going against the divine, which is what they do. They rebel against the divine. Yeah, that's what and we do. We have to up our protection. So that's what it is. Cards in the upright. Cool. Did you see that? Did you see that sleight of hand? Did you see me do the whoop-de-doo? It's just what it is. Rewind it. Let me know if I did it. Let me know down in the comments. I don't fish for comments. I like to look for the goldfish that the divine is using for the devil's temptation or bait across tarot land. You can't have that many tarot readers that don't know each other picking up that same energy on the same day. It's just what it is. It's spirit exposing everything. Ooh, I hear Carrie is on. Are they afraid of an Earth Angel that's tapping into their abilities like Carrie? Is that what it is? Simple enough. I mean, when you go into God mode or God creator mode or God-like mode or Christ consciousness mode or super consciousness mode, or it's what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about that. That light, and it will cause God-fearing situations. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for people to be God-fearing. However, what does that do? Drops them down to a lower vibration. Go look at the planes of light. I posted that last night. Put it in the community page for you so you could kind of gauge where you're at. So if you've got a bunch of destiny swappers that are running around in fear and anxiety, and they're still talking about ascension, well, that's what it is. They're locked into fear. And I can't do anything about that. That's hell. That's hell in the planes of light. Simple enough. What are we looking for in intentions? Oh yeah, see, the world is completely upside down because they were opportunists that got in the way of God's plan. Now you got natural disasters, and they can feel a storm coming. We all kind of can. It's the wrath of God. It's the wrath of God. I mean, when you have multiple readers talking about touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm, and then you elevate or glow up, or activate the crown, activate the halo, basically activate the other side of the brain and balance it out. What that's going to cause is an anointing. It's just what it is. If you know, you know, and it will shock a lot of people because they work their entire lives to achieve that, and they can't figure out, how did this young buck just pull that off? Well, I do past life regressions, and I've done this before. It's just what it is. I've done this before on this planet, so it's what it is. If they'd asked about my QHHT session, they would have known that, but they didn't care. No. They thought it was, let's take an opportunity and go against God like a bunch of rebellious demons. And it's what it is. You can't have that many readers talking about your light triggers their demons. Okay, well, cool. If we're going to collaborate, we certainly don't want to collaborate or work with triggered demons. Now we have to have a screening process. Now we have to have a screening process to make sure we weed out all the triggered demons, because they're known for betrayal. They're known for rebelling against the divine instead of working with the divine. And the fact that they're all getting karma and still have sacrificed the earth angel in their dome, because it caused tenfold completion. They were tenfold complete. Divine judgment judges their souls instantly. What they put out went back on them. They put out greed, they got back greed. They put out hate, they got back hate. So it is, they're just hating themselves. Simple enough. What do we need to be aware of? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. This would be the number 13, death. It's just what it is in the upright. The death card is in the upright. And I did hear a lot of death coming out in the cards earlier. It's just what it is. Them trying to sacrifice an earth angel, and what they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. And now they're in the mentality of, oh God, if I wasn't the karmic that got to take out the divine and mock God, oh no, what have I done? Well, that's just what it is. What have you done? Simple enough. Me, I'll be taking a vacation, an emergency vacation. It's just what it is. I probably won't be telling anyone. It's just what it is. Or I may. Who knows? Who knows? There's no telling what. Pisces has to move in silence because you got a bunch of triggered demons getting in the way. Hey, look at that. It's just what it is. Notification from one right there. That's what it is. I hear they do a lot of energy harvesting off of my old channel, and now they're caught up in me calling my energy back. Is that true? Is that true? Cleansing the energy because they're having difficulty. They're having every problem imaginable because they chose to target a starseed or an earth angel or someone who chose God, someone who chose to work with the divine. And so it is when you're working with the divine, then anyone that opposes you is opposing the divine, and that generally has catastrophic results. It's just a 5-star review, catastrophic results. Simple enough. What do we need to remember? Ooh, the 10 of dice. Yeah, it's what it is. I mean, when everything that they do melts down to rock bottom, because it's what it is. I mean, I don't place my problems on anyone. No. They were challenges. The things that they put in front of me, they will be going through. Right? Because you can't have that many readers that don't know each other saying that all of the obstacles that they constantly put from past lives, people that got away with things in past lives. What is our connection to that earth angel? Well, it's past life connections. However, this time, they're going against the divine, and that's what happens when demons go against the divine. It's just what it is. We have the light, so we have the light that triggers their demons, and when the demons go against the divine, they get divine judgment. So it's what it is. It tells me all I need to know. Ooh, look at that, the 7 of dice. You think they wanted someone else's treasures or their own? That's what it is. I can't do, look how it kind of flew off to the left. Yeah, it took the left-hand path. Simple enough. Too much of that satanic cult energy trying to sacrifice earth angels to the devil. And you can't tell me this shit doesn't exist. It's what it is. You can't tell me this celebrity involvement. Oh, they just couldn't wait. And then you've got the readers that are saying, well, the earth angel works for the Most High and the devil works for the Most High. So that means the devil works for the earth angel, and they don't like that. So it's what it is. I mean, when you want to sell an earth angel, you need to remember, since you've already sold your soul, when you try to sell an earth angel, you need to remember that we will give your soul to God for change on this planet. Simple enough. And then we watch the planet change. It terraforms for earth angels. Queen of Spokes. The Queen of Spokes. It was the queen of the moment. The Queen of Spokes in the upright position for our focus card. Guided by her intuition and deeply linked to the psychic world, 11 is a dynamic representation of the Queen of Spokes. When she comes to you, it's to help you recognize your strength. Does everyone know their MBTI? Does everybody know their mental strengths and weaknesses? So what it is, they usually use that as a placement test to place your ass in society. I like to use it as an empowerment test. I like to empower your ass in society. Simple enough. Simple enough. When she comes to you, it's to help you to recognize your strength. This queen rules with love, both for herself and others, and is driving you to protect your friends, especially those who can't take down the same kind of monsters as you can. Now, when I hear you all these tarot readers talking about an earth angel that's slaying demons, you think it's as simple as triggering them with your light? You think that's what it is? You think that's what it is? Now, when I hear that the earth angel is protected by the light and the dark, never to mess with those. It's just what it is. Me personally, I like to fuck around and find out. I do. I'm one of those individuals. I like to fuck around and find out. FAFO. I like to FAFO. I like to do the FAFO every once in a while. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. If I know that there are earth angels out there that are protected by the light and the dark, and you're not supposed to mess with those, I want to mess with them. I don't listen. I don't listen to what a lot of people tell me. I just don't. Especially if they're trying to sacrifice those individuals. No, you need the mystery machine. Scooby-Doo, me and Scooby-Doo need to come pick you up. It's actually pushing up Daisy, but you can call her Scooby-Doo. She doesn't mind. She's kind of like Flower from Bambi. You can call me Scooby-Doo if you want to. Anyway, that's just my main concern, because when I hear Pisces, you have to choose yourself. And I know that in the Pisces collective, there is earth angels that they tried to sacrifice. There's earth angels that they tried to sacrifice. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Me personally, I think, sacrificing my time, say maybe my weekends, maybe I might sacrifice my weekends to go hunt down some earth angels. It's just what it is, because I hear you're not supposed to mess with those. And it's just what it is. Me personally, though, I don't listen. I like to fuck around and find out. I do. I want to mess with them. Maybe buy them coffee. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do with earth angels that they couldn't sacrifice? Simple enough. But let's just keep in mind, I don't make always the best decisions. I don't always make the best decisions. And when I hear you're not supposed to mess with an earth angel, chances are I'm going to. They told me not to touch the scry mirror. when I see entities in my scry mirror, and I didn't listen. When you listen to the class and they tell you about, if you see an entity in your scry mirror, don't touch the mirror. No. I try to grab the thing. So what it is. I don't always make the best decisions, and when I see demons, I chase them. So it's just what it is. the best feeling in the world is hearing what's the Shadow Rasha say. Ra is on foot in Texas chasing demons. It's just what it is. I hear that Ra's on foot in Texas, hidden in plain sight, chasing demons. Is that true? Is that really, really true? That's what it is. Tarot readers say anything. Tarot readers say it. That's why it's for entertainment purposes only. Excuse me. The world is upside down. The world card in the upside down position. Let's see why the world is upside down, shall we? This would be our intentions. Their intentions were to turn the world upside down. And I would think if you have a death cult, a Petty Betty death cult, a Petty Betty Bonnie and Clyde death cult, it's just what it is, that want reward without effort, that, want to sacrifice earth angels to the devil only to find out that they sacrifice themselves to the devil. This is what it is. We gave their souls to God for change. And it's just what it is. And it looks like, when we gave their souls to God for change, God just changed it up and gave them to the devil. The whole group. It's just what it is. It's group karma, because what they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves, obviously. It's obvious that's how that works. Anyway, the world in the upside down position. When the world turns upside down, it suggests that you are so close to the finish line, but just can't cross it. Have you lost motivation? Encountered setbacks? Are you afraid to complete your work because you fear the product won't be as good as you imagined? You've come too far to give up now, so fortify yourself and finish strong. And it's what it is. I think to fortify myself and finish strong, it would be to gather up all those earth angels that you don't mess with. Because they say never mess with an earth angel, because they're protected by the light and the dark, and you might FAFO, you might FAFO. It's just what it is. And me, I like to FAFO. I like to do the Moranga and the FAFO. I like to Maranga, Fafo, and maybe Cha-Cha. Maybe Cha-Cha. Maybe do the Roomba. Hey, you ever had a Roomba? Miraculous healing tone. Yeah, I know all about that. It's just what it is. I don't use anything inorganic. I just use me and God, force energy. It is. It's the. I heard a reader yesterday say that there's an earth angel that's getting their downloads directly from the sun. And it was kind of neat because I had just made a video where you see the sun flashing behind me like, here, have another download, little solar earth angel. Have some more of that juice. And they don't like the way that the earth angel is tapped in, plugged in, tuned on. I tune on to whatever frequency I want to. That's what it is. It's called the planes of light for a reason. And I mean, that's the thing is when you see that meter and you get to the 12th dimension of heaven, it makes you wonder. Like what level do you have to get get your because that's above enlightenment. This is what it is. We went ahead and we went beyond enlightenment. It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. Simple enough. The death card. Dun, dun, dun. In the upright position for our awareness card on 9/11. Look at that. We need to be aware. Our awareness card is the death card on 9/11. It looks like John Constantine with his feet in the water, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like Constantine with his feet in the water? I don't know if he's holding a cat or not. I have a pushing up daisy. There's some cats too, but they won't let me touch them. No. I've got some very, very strange cats running around. You've got skinwalker energy all off in the cards, and I'm telling you, something's not right about my paranormal spiritual protection. Anyway, Earth Angel shit. Simple enough. When you hear a reader talk about that black cat spiritual protection, let me know. Let me know which one of you fit that mold, because that's a very, very definitive sign, and I'm looking for you. If you've got fucking weird cats crawling on your roof and doing all kinds of crazy shit, pissing off your dog, they do. They upset Daisy on a regular basis. So at all times of the night, you'll hear them outside. They do. They let me know. They let me know all kinds of weird stuff. Now, I hear that people are seeing like seagulls and other weird omens about a storm coming along the coastline. So anytime I hear about that, I think about Hurricane Aaron picking up speed along the East coastline. It's just what it is. And I know California, that was their favorite thing to say. They don't realize they're casting spells when they say it, but when everyone you pass by is like, hey man, break me off. It's just, I'm like, what? Break you off into the ocean? I mean, that's prophesized anyway. The death card in the upright position. There is a transformation coming your way, and while it may not be as final as Barb Holland's, did Hurricane Barbara have a final ending? Did she? Did that hurricane finally blow over? It's just what it is. Having Hurricane Barbara pop into the reality right after Lake Isabella earthquake on Mother's Day. Simple enough. Lake Isabella earthquake on Mother. That was my stepdaughter's name 20 years ago. And when you hear about all this karmic family members attacking the Earth Angel in the background because of the INFJ door slam, probably over money, probably over all of the things that they never stuck around for. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. And it's weird. I mean, once I shut the door, shit's locked. It's locked like the 7 rings of Saturn's fire, leaving you in hell. Because Saturn does. It represents the devil, and that's kind of where you go. It's kind of where you go when you have an escort of souls. We just escort you to Saturn and lock the door behind us. Simple enough. It will be life altering. Death does not mean facing your mortality. It ushers in the end of a chapter in your life. Its passing can make way for bigger and better things that bring you closer to your ultimate goal. And that would be the thing. I mean, with all of that failure to sacrifice an Earth Angel energy in the cards, that would be my ultimate goal, would be to find those individuals. It's just what it is. Because you have to be careful who you deal with. And when I hear you're never supposed to mess with an Earth Angel because you would FAFO, so I do. I want to FAFO with them, like we're doing the cha-cha. engine revving, so it's a good idea. Simple enough. Those who can spot the signs from the universe and co-create with it, and if not, then the Earth Angel will just have to go it alone. It's fine, because it's just, I mean, you want to know how many of those are out there, because number one, they would have to have investments that were attacked by a corrupt group of parasites. That's what it is, and we want to resurrect you from that. Simple enough. They would also have to have had their life jeopardized, like Charlie Kirk, except Charlie Kirk didn't make it. Where was Charlie Kirk's divine protection? Where was Charlie Kirk's divine protection? That's my question. So anyway, so they would have to have divine protection. And that's what it is. I mean, you don't want to completely exclude anyone, but if they have light that triggers demons, well, we have to keep them separate. You got to keep them separated. It's what it is. You have to put the trigger demons over to where they're going. They're going on their path. Trigger demons, they're going that way on their path. Simple enough. Simple enough. It's not that hard to figure out. Demons are triggered by the light. Cool. Then they go on the demon path. They're on demon time. They'll be on the demon time. While we fly, while we expand our wings and our halos, and we just fly away. Ah, like angelic Reiki masters. Ah. And that's the thing, is you never want to tell the devil what your plans are, because that's all the devil knows is bind, rob, or just. And it's what it is. I mean, as a consolation prize for the community on Demon Time, that's all vibrating at Rob Lowe. It's just what it is. And it's specifically Front Door Bonnie and Back Door Clyde that I caught on my ring cam. We want to give them a going away prize, a consolation prize. There's Rob Lowe. It's just what it is. Big names in entertainment. You can go and Rob Lowe all you want to at the Cow Ann Center. It's just what it is. It's where all the Anns herd together. Thank you for that. It's where all the cows, or it's where all the Anns cow together. It's where they all herd together and go and rob Lowe. Now, I mean, there's good people that go to, but most of the sheeple, most of the corrupt, demonic sheeple in the community that stem from Front Door Bonnie and Back Door Clyde. So it is. We always want to give, Back Door Clyde on my ring cam the proper kudos. It's just what it is, because he ever so seductively slid over my boundaries, and he grabbed my stick on my ring cam, grabbed my stick, pulled it to the side, eased his way into my back door area. He eased his way into my back door area, and then went up and reached around and jiggled my knob. He reached around and jiggled my knob on my back door while I'm sitting there watching him. This is amazing. It's like, fucking, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's like, this is great. Here, let me just get my fucking ring cam, and it's just what it is. And I can't do anything about that. However, I'm sure the whole community is up in arms on Demon Time now that they're under divine judgment. And it's what it is. I can't help that my light triggers their demons. And it makes you wonder, are these people wrapped up in group karma with a body found in a pond? Simple enough, because we've already had Lorena cooking dogs and blaming it on the devil in Russ County. And this is Agent Smith County. Lorena cooking dogs and blaming it on the devil. That made the news. Most people don't believe things until they hear it on the news. So that's what it is. And we certainly know that they're going to believe for a long time about Charlie Kirk, the truth speaker that got assassinated. Simple enough. But now the attempted assassination of an angelic Reiki master, no. That's way too far. That brings healing to they don't want that. Oh, no. That outs people who have been doing insurance scams for greed. No. And they don't want to know. They certainly don't want any of that truth coming out. That's what it is. And you can't have that shit in the cards by multiple readers that don't know each other with my winner all in that cookie jar. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. My winter business, my private winter business, my private winter. It's a 5-star winter business, and having my 5-star winter business all off in the aspect of sexual exploitation of an earth angel. That's been in there. That's been in the cards. That's what it is. And I'm sure once you expose human salespeople, human black market sales people to dupers. We have to watch what we say, because AI is constantly flagging stuff, constantly flagging stuff. So if you don't know what a dupter is, they have tamper-proof bottles that you're more than welcome to go down to the Big Puma. You can go down to Big Puma and get you some tamper-proof bottles and mask off. It's your future. Your future is Molly and Percocet. It's just what it is. Moving forward, the 10 of dice. The 10 of dice is when you hear a reader say that they can't get out of this. No, is what it is. And I have absolutely no problem telling you that I piss people off. So with 5-star reviews, I have absolutely no problem telling you that. None whatsoever. With 5-star reviews, I have no problem telling you that. That's what it is. I tell you the shit, the last thing you want to hear. And people don't like that. It's just what it is. I'm not responsible for what people like, what they need or don't need to do. Simple enough. But when you start bringing voodoo, and it's the opposition, that's what it is. You got to keep. You've got voodoo in the cards. Cool. That is people. That's the opposite of a Reiki teddy bear. A Reiki teddy bear is used for surrogate distance remote healing. Just like a QHHT session can use a surrogate. That's what it is. Anyway, the limitations to QHHT aren't very many. Main limitations to QHHT, deaf people. You can't hear me hypnotize you. You can't hear me using the hypnosis. Simple enough. Dementia, your mind is just what it is. Mind's too far gone. And schizophrenia, you've lost touch with reality. The thing about Dolores Cannon, though, is keep in mind, because of Dolores Cannon and intuition and intuitive psychics and mediums and blah, 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 and blah, 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 they had to change the definition. What is the problem? You have people that still hear about people tapping into their mind valley abilities, to their remote viewing abilities, to their clairaudient, their clairsentient, their clairvoyant abilities. And then you still have dupers that want to poison those individuals. It's just what it is. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance down upon thee for poisoning my brothers. 10 of dice, you like that? You like that Pulp Fiction plug? I plugged a little Sam Jackson in there. It's just what it is. Nothing like sitting a duper down. What? And blasting him with Mind Valley. Little Mind Valley for you there, Mr. Dupter. It's called Bliss. Get over yourself. My favorite Vishen quote. 10 of dice in the upright position for our remember card. Remember that, Mr. Dupter, as your entire. And that was kind of an enlightening thing to hear. That I was so worried about the anti-human agenda. The anti-human agenda. You can go do your research. The anti-human agenda. I thought it was like anti-humans, like they were going to do away with humans. No. They were just doing away with doctors' jobs. Bah! They paid all that money just to get replaced by AI hospitals. Judges, lawyers, AI law, they're anti-human too because they're biased. 10 of dice. Oh God, we're going to lose our job as a judge. Divine Judge already stepped in on that one, Captain Karmic. 10 of dice in the upright position. Have you been losing a game so thoroughly that you couldn't wait for it to be over? This roll of the dice marks the final throw in a round that needs to come to an end. While it may be difficult to accept, there is peace in knowing things can't get worse. You may have been betrayed, but at least you aren't left guessing and now have all the information you need to heal and move on. That's what it is. And we will. We want to spread our wings and fly. That's what it is. But, we will still keep on the mission of choosing ourselves, because I keep hearing readers say that Pisces, you want to choose yourself. And I hear you never mess with a Pisces. I mean, unless they have an entity attachment. And then you focus on that entity. You focus on their Bob and not their Susie, because you're triggering the shit out of their Bob while their Susie's losing their mind. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I mean, every time I hear a reader say, stand your ground as an earth angel to this corrupt group of parasites, the first thing I think of is, what, the people on stage with a parasite inside of them or an entity attachment like Jay-Z Knight from the Ramtha School of Enlightenment? Is that what these readers are talking about? Because, I mean, every time I see somebody up on a stage, my name is John, but I've got blah, 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 blah. I've got blah, 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 blah coming out of my mouth. Let's get up there and say, hi, my name's Bob, but I'm going to talk to you with Daryl or my other brother Daryl. It's just what it is. It's what it is. And I know I pissed them off, but I don't care. Sweetie, we just want the truth. We just want the truth. And when you've got readers that are saying, Pisces, you irritate their demons, but they won't leave you alone, it's just what it is. They won't leave me alone, and I irritate their demons. Okay, cool. I can go with that. Irritate the shit out of their demons, and then they just won't leave you alone. Okay, great. So I'm irritating their demons. My light irritates their demons. They're petrified, which in the planes of light means they're in hell. They're in hell, so it's just what it is. I've triggered demons to the frequency of hell, and they're talking to you about manifesting and money and blah, 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 blah. And obviously have attracted fear in hell. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. 7 of dice. Is what it is. Like I said, I have absolutely no problem telling you that I piss people off. I tell them like it fucking is. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to take a fucking turd and tell you, hey, look at this gold. All that glitters is gold. Yeah, all that glitters is gold. When they tell you that everything Pisces touches turns to gold, but when that life path 8 house sun Pisces pops into your reality, it is a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. Well, then that means a lesson and a blessing, karma and dharma. So if your lesson is karma, that's fire. That's golden fire, baby. However, if it's a blessing and dharma, that's gold, sweetheart. Moving forward, the 7 of dice. It is a blessing and a curse. And I've come to terms with that. Have they? Well, hell no. Their demons are triggered. They can't come. They're cursed for life. They're in group karma. I can't do anything about that. My authenticity is none of their business. The 7 of dice, and the fact that I'm self-aware, that even pisses them off even more. Cool. So with absolute power that corrupts absolutely, you take a step back. I can't fucking give the planet absolute power unless I take that shit from the planet and, hey, look what I got, absolute power. So the less I exist, the more you do. And keep your crooked fucking demon thumbs off their 5-star reviews. Look at that. The 7 of dice in the upright position. As Will once said, something is coming. It's time to make sure your party is all aligned. There is a sense of uncertainty, of potential dishonor, and unless you have your campaign planned out, you might find yourself taking a critical hit. Yeah, let me take a critical hit. Sweet. People trying to bring up my past and use that against me. I've been making sober decisions for quite some time that they've been energy harvesting off of. So what is their excuse now? Years of sobriety, and they've been energy harvesting off of me. They attacked my investments? Great. Well, then that's a sober-minded person. With investments, they attacked with magic, and then that went back on others. Oh my God, it's what it is. And you can't tell a paranormal INFJ that out of the ordinary paranormal shit is not happening. There's tons of content I can send you to about the very rare paranormal INFJ. What is the issue that they're running into? Because we need to be aware of this death card. We completed a cycle and put an end to the old timeline, ascended to a higher level, You now have triggered demons in fear that is hell, and that's hell still trying to chase after something that's already fucking gone. 7 of dice in the upright position. And unless you have your campaign planned out, you might find yourself taking a critical hit. Take more time to fully understand your situation before deciding on a course of action. You won't regret it. And that would be, I mean, if I were to say, as Will once said, something is coming. Yes, that would be an Earth Angel that is coming. It's time to make sure your party is all aligned. Okay, cool. So we want to look for all of those Earth Angels that they tried to sacrifice to the devil, because it didn't work. It's you've got too many readers that don't know each other. Picking up that energy, it's the Temperance Angel. My Sagittarius is in Neptune that rules Pisces' 8th house. So that's what it is. Simple enough. Great. So we're looking for someone that's kind of a very, very rare astrological match, and uses both sides of their brain. So that's going to be the difficult part for most people to accept. That's why I say half-wit. I say half-wit with the utmost respect. You're either left or you're right-handed. Instead of me saying left or right-handed people, I just say half-wit. Simple enough. I don't judge you for being left or right-handed. Why do you judge me for not? Can I call you half-wit? I mean, Dolores Cannon calls the part of the mind that I have to remove Mr. Stupid. I think half-wit's a whole lot more acceptable than Mr. Stupid. But I say that shit too because Dolores did. So, sweet. And you had people, we don't like the way that... We're not responsible for how you feel. If heat-resistant glass were a person, it's just what it is. We're looking for those individuals. If heat-resistant glass were a person, we come on down. You're the next contestant on just what it is. The INFJs are always right. Simple enough. Simple enough. It may take a little while, but the impossible only takes a little bit longer. Oh, and if you go over to the community page, I gave you guys a stylish tote bag. It's just what it is. You got a stylish INFJ tote bag. It's what it is. It's your constellation prize. It's what it is. When you go to Rob Lowe, when you go to Rob Lowe, remember that stylish tote bag from the INFJ is a consolation prize for your Rob Lowe outing. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. It says the impossible only takes just a little bit longer. And it's what it is. It's on a tote bag. So when you go to Rob Lowe, you'll have a tote bag to put all that shit in that you wanted to rob in the first fucking place. Moving forward. And yes, you're talking about some very, very witty assholes. What it is. Your entire planet has been redesigned by INFJs. Think about that. Nelson Mandela, he was an INFJ. He had a nifty, very, very nifty effect for all of you, right? I took the bending reality class at Mind Valley, so if Nelson Mandela can cause an effect, I can bend your fucking reality. So, moving forward. Oh, and there's also Mahatma Gandhi. You talk about a weirdo. He was an INFJ. Mahatma Gandhi was an INFJ. It's just what it is. And what was his quote? The famous quote. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Yay! I hear Pisces won with a whole bunch of demons triggered fighting him. In the upright position. Oh, that's right. We need to take more time to fully understand the situation. We want to take more time to fully understand the situation before deciding on a course of action, because we won't regret it. We won't regret it, especially with all of that sacrifice, the Earth Angel, that failed sacrifice, the Earth Angel energy across the planet in Tarot Land for money. So what it is, we want to search the planet for those Earth Angels, because, when I hear a reader say that when evil goes up against an Earth Angel, war angels and their destruction soon follow. And then I see last night at the White House, they were firing HellFire missiles at a UFO. It just kind of bounced off of it. We shot a HellFire missile at a UFO, and it bounced off of it. And I thought, no weapon formed shall prosper, Mr. Devil. It's just what it is. No weapons formed shall prosper. And when Mr. Devil shoots hellfire at something, hellfire is what goes back on Mr. Devil. Yay! Namaste.